There we are. Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome to our Thursday night Cake Creator Circle, our live crafting day event. I'm going to pull you up on my phone over here really quick. Let's see. Yes, there we are. Okay, cool. Click in. Oh, let me make sure my volume is down. Hey, Kim. Hello, hello. Hey, Jennifer. Hey, Margarita. Welcome, welcome. Oh, goodness. I couldn't get it to connect for a minute. Hey, Joe. Welcome, welcome in, sis. Haven't seen you in a bit. So happy you're here. I think I have all my ingredients. We are going to be making I'm calling it a confetti ice cream cone cake. So I actually have an order for a baby's smash cake. And so we're going to make it together. So I've already made one and shipped it off. And then now we're going to make a second one. So hi, Margarita. Hi, Maria. I just saw you hop in. Hi, Eileen. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so what we're going to need is I'm going to be using, let me add my extra camera really quick for you so I can show you. And then you can see what I'm doing. So it's a bit of a cake night. Hey, Deanna. Hey there. Oh, my goodness. So if you missed Eileen's, my hair's in my face. If you missed Eileen, she's working on her, oh my goodness, I'm going blank. Her poison apple cake. And then I'm doing a baby smash cake. And I don't know what Mary's doing, but it'd be super funny if she ended up doing a cake tonight too. So, okay, so for this one, I'm doing the number 6 cake form. And it's 4 inches in diameter by 5.8, so almost 6 inches. So I'm going to use that for my cake form. I am using, oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. So I am live here on my page. I'm Betsy, by the way. Heavens to Betsy Cakery is my business. So for any of you who are new to me and you haven't met me, hello, hello, and welcome in. I'm so happy you're here. So I'm being streamed live on my business page. And then I also have my group, Heavenly Fake Bake Decor. I'm being streamed there. And I'm also now being streamed into the Crafting Network. So hello, hello, everyone there. I'm so happy to be part of your group. And to be part of the network. So we're going to get started. So I'm going to be on for an hour from 8 to 9. Eileen from Creative Eye Designs was on before me from 7 to 8. And then Mary from Hog Wild Designs is coming on up after me from 9 to 10. So, okay, so we're doing the cake form. I'm using lightweight spackle. So I'm using Fast and Final. My Fast and Final is super wet. So I use Fast and Final, and then I also use the One Time. Is that what it's called? Let me look. Yep, the Red Devil, the One Time. And then I mix mine half and half just to get a little bit thicker. And then I'm also adding my my unsanded grout to give my ice cream cone some thickness. And let's see what else. We are using white caulking to add to my, it's not going to be like a drip off the cake, but it's going to be a melted ice cream cone. So I'm going to show you a different technique that I've used for that. So we're going to do that tonight. Oh, for my ice cream cones, you could use, let me move these. You could use any. This is what, actually these are way in the way. So let me scooch these out of the way. Okay, we'll just stick that over there. There we go. So for these, I'm using these, they're like ice cream molds. No, they're not. Sorry. They're popsicle molds and they're shaped like an ice cream cone. So this is what I'm using for those. It comes 4 in a package and we are in June right now. So you can purchase these. These were at TJ Maxx for $4.99. So pretty inexpensive when you're adding up your products. So, oh, yay. She says she hasn't ever seen this done. She's excited. So yay. I'm so happy. So, okay. So I'm going to be using these to make our ice cream cone. For my cake, because it was a baby girl, I'm using the folk art in the matte in the baby pink. And then for my ice cream, I'll show you my ice cream cone. You might see it here. I already have one ready, but we're going to make one together. So for my vanilla ice cream, I use different shades, but for this one, I chose the apple barrel and the antique white. She wanted it to look a little bit more like a French vanilla. So it has a little bit of more of like a yellow hue to it. So I will show you. Here's my little ice cream. Whoops, I'm way out of the camera. Here's my little ice cream cone. We're going to be putting it on top of our cake. And what I didn't do, oh shoot. Okay, I don't know if I have time or not. But anyway, so what I didn't do, what I did do to this one, but I haven't got the supplies for this one as such. Okay, so it comes in an ice cream cone color. Let me open this real quick. It comes in an ice cream cone color, and y'all, for those who know me, you all know I'm all about color. I love creating things that look very realistic when it comes to my fake food decor. So what I did is I took some paints and I mixed them up to get an ice cream cone color, and then I painted my ice cream cone. So tonight, so anyway, so this will work out fine actually, because I'll let it dry and then I'll come back in and I'll paint this one. Okay, so anyway, so what I was trying to say is you can use these right out of the box if you want to. I don't prefer to, because let's get these open and I'll show you. Let's see. Let's use some scissors. Might help. Okay. There we go. All right. So, oh, let me use them on this side too. It's not wanting to open. There we go. But they have them in here really nice for display. Okay. So anyway, what I was going to say is, why is it still, there we go. It doesn't want to open. Okay, put that down there. All right, so let me pull one of these out and I will show you. Okay, so these are little popsicles, right? Okay, so they're plastic and the cone is plastic and it's cone colored, like ice cream cone colored. But what I do is I mix up a color and then I paint it. And then that way, to me, it just has more of a, it's kind of hard to tell on camera. It looks less plasticky. Let me say it that way. It just has more shading and more depth to it by painting it. You don't have to. That's just me. That's how I work. But you don't have to. But anyway, so we're going to make up one of these together. And then, let's see. Oh, and for mine, I'm using sprinkles because this was an order that I already made. And I'm using these little confetti looking sprinkles that look like this. Okay. All right. And it's kind of simple, but that's what they wanted. So I'm just going to make another one because I thought it turned out so cute. I do have pictures of the first one. I haven't shared yet because I was going to do the live tonight. So I was like, no, I don't want to give you a sneak peek. I could have, maybe I should have, but anyway, I didn't. All right, and then let's see, what do we need to get started? I think we'll, let's see. Oh, let's mix up our pink icing first. Okay, so let me, okay, my icings. Sorry, I'm gonna be out of your screen a little bit. My icings are almost empty. So I opened my two new ones in case they, well, actually I needed that. Hang on, come back. I need one of these containers. Okay, so my Fast and Final are almost empty. So I have two brand new ones that I opened up in case I need to use them. They're ready to go. Oh, good. Margarita says she has those. Yay, 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 yay. Okay, so, oh, and an ice cream scoop. I don't know if I said that. We'll put that over there. Let me take a drink of water. I got my chill cup tonight just because of doing an ice cream cone. I thought that was a good one to have. This was for a birthday. I should have got my birthday cup out. That would have been even cuter, right? But it's fine. Okay, so, yeah, this is empty. Let me show you. All right. Okay, so I'm going to scooch this one aside. My husband just got home, so Teddy ran off to go see him. Okay, I don't want this one just yet. We'll do this one. And let me move this ice cream cone over to here. I just don't want anything to happen to it while I'm working. Might be a little clumsy. I don't want to run into it. Okay, so we're going to lay that there. Actually, I'll take this. And, okay, so I'm using a container. I'm going to zero out my scale. I'm going to turn it on and then zero it out. Hey, Vicki, welcome, welcome. Oh, yay, from Phoenix. Yeah, you guys, tell me where you're watching from. I love making new friends, and I love saying hi to old friends. I am in Ohio, and I'm in the southern corner where we are like the tri-states between Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana. So I'm not far from either of those states. Okay, so I'm going to zero this out. Okay, and then I'm making, I'm making 4 ounces of this, but I'm going to do half and half for my icing. So you can see how wet this is. Let me see if I can lift this up. Okay, so mine is like super duper wet, right? Okay, so normally like for a cake, I wouldn't mind it being so wet, but for this, well, not this one, but my last batch was so wet that I felt like my icing was kind of wanting to like not stay put. So anyway, so I like to do the half and half method, which is adding half of, so I'm going to do 2 ounces of the Fast and Final, which I'm almost there. And then I'm going to add in 2 ounces of the Red Devil on the one time. So the Red Devil in the, there we go. The Red Devil in the one time is a very, it's just more, it's thicker and it really holds its shape. So that way it's like, I like adding it to this. And, but even though we're going to be adding, here, I'm going to go this way with it. Even though I'm going to be adding the grout, oh wait, sorry, I need this one. Even though I'm going to be adding the grout, I want the consistency to be right first. And then we'll see, right? Okay, so I'm going to take this out of here. And then, hey, Margie, I see you from North Carolina. Our crafty, her business is the Crafty Heifer. And Dewey, hi, I see you as well. Welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you all are here with us. Super excited. So we go live. Okay, so again, I'm Betsy, the owner of Heavens to Betsy Cakery. And so I have a membership called the Cakery Content Club. And so we have a collaboration with 2 of my members. So myself and Eileen from Creative Eye Designs and Mary from Hog Wild Designs. We are the Cakery Creators Circle crew, and we go live every Thursday night. I'm adding 2 ounces of this other one. So anyway, so we go live every Thursday night on our business pages, and then we stream into the other groups to share with you. This is our last Thursday of June. Can you believe this month is already like ending? Like any minute it feels like. So anyway, so next week we will not be live because next Thursday is the 4th of July. So yeah, so you can catch us. We'll be back with you on July 11th. And on July 11th, when we return, we are doing a Christmas theme that night. So all 3 of us will be making something, something Christmas themed. So I'm super excited about that. Okay, so I've got 2 ounces of Fast and Final, 2 ounces of the One Devil. Oh, let me turn this so you see what I'm talking about. So this one is the one time on the Red Devil. And then the other one is Fast and Final. Let me show you that one too. I didn't mean to put it down without, whoopsie, turn. I've moved my camera, so I'm not quite there with the angles yet. Sorry. So my up close camera was always to my right, and I moved it over to the left. So I'm still getting used to it. I'm getting there, but I'm getting used to it. Okay, so I'm going to mix these 2 together. We're making the pink icing with this one. So let me get this stirred together. And then, okay, so with the cake base, it's going to be pink, and I'm not adding the unsanded grout. That's going to go into the ice cream mix. So I'll show you that as we get there. So, okay, I just want to combine these 2. And then we're going to grab that pink color. I'm going to leave that there. Okay. And then again, I am using the Folk Art in the baby pink for this one. Okay, and then I did 4 ounces, and then I'm actually going to do a 0.4 of the pink as well. Okay, so for any of you that are new to me, I'm known for my 3 R's. So my 3 R's is that I love to do my research and development. So whenever I make something, I will like make the real thing so that I can color match and get the correct colors and the correct textures. So anyway, so yeah, so I'm known for my research and development. I'm known for making realistic looking fake food. What was my 3rd R? I've already forgotten. I'm so known, I can't remember. My research and development, my realistic, oh my God, oh, my recipes. I'm like, wait, there's another R in there. Okay, so that's where this started, is that I love to make recipes, meaning like I do my research, and then when I come up with like a color or, you know, a mixture or a solution or whatever it is, I always write it down and then I share it with you. And then that way, I kind of do all the hard work for you, and then you don't have to. So, yeah. So anyway, so when you hear me talking about my recipes, that's what I'm talking about. So anyway, so I have my 4 ounces. I'm going to do a 0.4 for this. Let me shake this down a little bit. So funny. I'm like, okay, I have 3 R's. Could not remember the third one. Okay, so I've got a little bit more. There we go. 0.4. So that's funny. Okay. And then I'm going to move my scale and then grab my popsicle stick back. Okay. And then we're going to mix this in. And it's a really pretty pink. So, okay. So if you're going to make something like this, you can make yours. Oh, wait, you know what? I need more. Okay. So I did 0.4 for 2 ounces and I actually made 4 ounces. So let me come back. I need more. I just realized. I could tell because the color was very pale. Okay, so let me come back. I'm going to do 2 more. 4. Oops. Okay. And 8. Okay. All right. So Eileen was on before me. She was talking about she got, what'd you get, babe? You got varnish on your shirt. I think that's what you said. And I told you I got stuff on my shirt too. So I got icing on my shirt. I already got it off. So that was okay. So I'm hoping you get your icing, not your icing. I'm hoping that you get that varnish off so it doesn't ruin your shirt. Okay. So let's get that mixed up. All right. I've got some white in here. So I want to definitely, this, again, this is a brand new Fast and Final, and it's super wet, just super duper wet. So if you're doing like icing, like on a cake or something, it's not so bad if it's like really wet. But if you're doing other things, like, you know, like if you wanted to do like use a piping bag with a piping tip, it would probably not hold its shape if it's too wet. Like that's the experience that I run into. Okay. So I've got that mixed up. You'll see my pretty little pink color here. Okay, so let's get our cake opened up. All right, so I don't have, well, I do kind of. I have a Lazy Susan, but then I have a cutting board that I'm putting on top of my Lazy Susan so that I can spin it as I'm working on it. So that's the reason from it. So Vicki says, what is the Fast and Final? Let me grab that again. It's lightweight spackle. And you can get it like at Lowe's. That's where I get mine, at Lowe's. And you can also order it online, like on Amazon. Let me turn it for you. There we go. So it's by DAP. It's lightweight spackle. So if you're going to make any fake bakes that you make, you want to get lightweight spackle. Just because if you don't, you're not going to get, the outcome's not going to be what you want. Like you're not going to get the outcome you're looking for. All right, so I have that. Oh, wait, you know what? Let me open up this. I forgot. There's another step that I like to do. So let me open this up. Okay, I should have known. I see the glue sitting over here. All right, so on mine, I like to add foam board to the bottom of my cakes. You don't have to. It's just what I like to do. And for me, it just leaves, okay, so this cake is not going to go with a plate, meaning like this cake can be on anybody's plate. Like these will be available in my, this will be available in my Etsy shop. A lot of my cakes I will put on a plate. I was looking at my orange cream sickle cake behind me. That one's not on a plate either. Some of mine will be on a plate, like attached to the plate permanently. And some I'll just do. Now, if I do attach it to a plate, I don't put the foam board on it. I only put the foam board if it's going to its forever home for someone else to put on their plate. And the reason I do that is it just leaves a really nice surface on the bottom. And then I always add my business logo as well. So that way it's like they can find me. So, you know, like when you get your cakes out and then you put your decor away and then you get them out again. You know, a lot of our customers on Etsy, they buy a lot. You know what I mean? Like they're collectors, so they buy a lot. So, So being able to like put your logo on your product, if it's on something that's not going to take away from the final product, I always recommend doing that to my members. Just so that way it just gives them a reminder of like where they bought it, who you are. And then it also, what it does is it reminds them, and they can go back on Etsy and then go back to your shop and check out and see like, hey, wonder what they have new. All right, so I'm using this foam board that's really, I don't know what the millimeter size is. Oh, good. So the size of this one is 12 by 18, and it's really thin. And I bought this one at Michael's. But does it say? No, it just says foam sheet. It doesn't say the thickness. But anyway, so I'm going to use this. Let me turn it this way. And then, oh, good. Yay. Okay. So that worked out perfect. I'm going to cut this off. Hey, Barb Miller. Hello, hello. Welcome in. We are making a, so I made a baby smash cake, and I'm making another one. So, and this one has an ice cream cone on top. So, okay. So I'm going to move that aside just to give me my little thing. Okay. And then I'm just going to take a pencil, and then I'm just going to draw around the bottom of my cake. Kind of center it up there, and there we go. Okay, so I'm just going to lightly trace around my cake. Make sure. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to cut it out. So, all right, and I'm using the clear tacky glue to attach it to my styrofoam base. Okay. All right, so I'm going to cut this out. If you all have any questions, let me know. So happy you're spending the evening with me. I appreciate it. I love making new friends. As I said, I wanted to know where you were watching from. I love to be able to. So tell me not only where you're watching from, tell me what your temperature's like there. Here where I'm at in Ohio, we were having like this. I was on vacation last week, and we had like a major heat wave come through. We finally got some rain yesterday, so it cooled things off. So we're like in the mid 80s instead of the high 90s today. So let me go back. Hey, Vicki, you're in Ohio too. I just saw that. Yay. Hey, neighbor. So that's cool. We'll connect. We'll see where we're at. We'll see where you're at. Okay. So I just cut that out, and then I'm going to grab my tacky glue. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to like put some all over the top, and then I'm going to use a paintbrush to smear it around. So that way, I don't want to have like, so when I put it on, I don't want to have like just spirals of glue. I want it to be more secure. Now, once and you definitely want to do like around the edging as well, like at the top. But anyway, once you put your icing in the bottom of it, it will be secure, but just to make sure. Okay. So again, I'm just doing what I already made because it was so cute. Mine is just the confetti, like the icing, and then confetti for the decoration, and then the ice cream cone. But anyway, so I want you guys to think outside of the box, and then, you could add dollops of icing if you wanted. You can add, you don't have to do the same. You could do different kind of sprinkles. Like I just want you to be creative and have fun with whatever you're making. Okay. All right. So I kind of squeeze that on, and then I'm going to grab a brush and smear that around. So I'm going to stiffer brush. It makes it easy. Let me see. Oh, good. This one will work. Okay. And then I'm just smearing it around just so that way it's not like so, I just want it like spread. You know what I mean? Like I want to spread it out as best I can. There we go. But I find like, okay, so I would not recommend using a hot glue gun because it will melt your styrofoam. Even the low temp glue can melt it. And we just want the bottom of it, even though it's the bottom. I care about attention to details. So very detail oriented. Those of you who know me are like, yep, we know. And those who don't will be like, oh, okay. She is. But anyway, so I don't want, if you use a hot glue gun, I don't want it to melt and have the bottom look funny. Okay. All right. So anyway, so I'm just spreading this all the way around just to give it a nice, good surface. And then I've got water, so I'm gonna stick that in there. Okay, and then I'm just taking the circle that I cut out because I traced it so it's the exact size. And we're just gonna stick it on there, okay? I'm just gonna press it down. All right, and then that is good to go. And then now I'm gonna grab I have painter's tape. So I'm gonna use painter's tape because it won't hurt this foam board material. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put painter's tape on here, and then I'm going to put it on my parchment paper. And then that way, when I'm spinning it, it will stay pretty secure. So I just need 2 pieces. So, okay. And then I'll catch up with comments here in a second because I don't think let me see. Whoops, accident, that came out. Hang on. Oh no. Hold on, I've lost me. Okay, here I am. I'm like, wait. Wait a minute. Oh no, I've lost me. Oh wait, here, I'm gonna go back in. Okay, there we go. Awesome. Okay, good. All right. So I'm gonna bring it, whoopsie, I'm gonna bring this back to me. All right, so I've just got the parchment, and then I'm just gonna center it on my parchment paper, just like that. And then just press it down, just to keep it there. All right. Okay. And then that way, it'll just make it easier. I'm going to grab a wet wipe. It'll just make it easier for when, I've already got pink on me. It'll make it easier for when I'm decorating around it. Okay. All right. But if anybody has any questions, just let me know. I'm happy to help. All right. Okay, so I've got, let me move this mouse. I don't think I need my mouse speckled. I'm actually going to move my ice cream cone behind me, okay? We'll put it with my other ice cream, and then I'll grab it when I'm ready for it. Okay, and you don't have to make the ice cream up ahead of time, but I did just because I wanted to make sure I didn't go over my hour in case we were to run out of time or something. I knew I'd have it ready. So, okay, so I'm going to grab the pink. And I've got my confetti sprinkles. This is what I'm using to put on mine. Whoops, lid wasn't secure. Okay, and then let's move that over to there. All right, so I'm just going to start. Let me come over here. Move those. Let's move this over to here. All right, I'm just going to start on the side. And what I'm doing is I'm actually starting at the bottom, and then I'm bringing my icing up, and then I'm going to come and smear it out more. I just want to make sure I have really good coverage. If you guys have iced a cake, or I am not a professional cake maker, baker, ice maker. So if you are, by all means, my cakes are very like, I always tell people like, I bake my cakes like my grandma baked her cakes. So they're very kind of have like more of a rustic feel to them. I don't try to make any of my fake bakes perfect. Instead, I just want them to have a more realistic feel to them. But anyway, so you don't have to ice your cake the way I am. I'm just sharing what works for me and what I guess I want to say my preference is for me. But that doesn't make it right or wrong. So, and actually I talked about this in my membership last week. So on Tuesdays, we have a little chat among our members where our community all gets together. It's called Sweet Talk Tuesday. This past Tuesday, I didn't because it was my wedding anniversary. My husband and I have been married for 41 years on Tuesday. So anyway, so we didn't have one on Tuesday. My husband and I went to dinner to celebrate. But the Tuesday before, we were talking and we were talking about decorating cakes and such. And Nancy is one of my members, and she's a cake decorator. Well, she is a cake decorator. And so anyway, so I was saying how fun it would be to be able to go to like in person. Like I'd love to do like a live cake decorating class. I just think that'd be so fun. And then that way it's like whatever I learn in that class, I will take my skills and translate it into our fake bake world baking. So I think that would be kind of fun. So anyway, so I've looked into a couple places here locally, but I haven't looked into them since we had the conversation in the membership. But I do want to look into it because the last time I looked into it, there was a couple that just didn't have a schedule, and there was another one, the schedule was full. So anyway, so it's like, I just think that'd be kind of cool. So anyway, so any of you that are actual cake decorators, feel free to decorate your cake however it works for you. So anyway, so I'm going up just to get my icing on my cake, and then I'm going to go up sideways. I'm going to go around it, and then we're going to add some of the confetti. Okay, so okay, there we go. All right, so I just went, let me make sure you can see. My lighting's kind of funny. Again, I'm going to move it. Tell me if it looks dark here, like in this camera. I can't tell. Anyway, so I'm going to go around it, and I'm going to smooth it like this. I just want to make sure, I have enough of my icing on here so that you don't see the styrofoam. And so that's why I put it on one way, and then I come in and I add more. Whoops, pulled it off the paper a little bit. I have a lot of icing happening on my parchment paper, which is okay. I'm just gonna keep smoothing it. So anyway, hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I'm just kind of spreading it out. So that way you'll see. Now, if you wanted to go up and down vertical, you could. Again, like I said, just have fun. Don't worry about, I love the creative process. So it's like, that's what I want for you all. Like, I want you to just enjoy and have fun with what you're doing. Like, don't stress over. Like, I don't want this to be a stressful thing for you. I want it to bring joy to you. So, because I know it certainly does me. Okay. So let me check. Okay. And then I'm going to put some on top, but first I'm going to go around the edges, and I'm just going to remove some of this excess because I'm going to put confetti down there. And so once the confetti dries on the cake, or I should say once the cake dries with that confetti, like whatever doesn't stick, you can wait till it's completely cured, but then you can like shake it off and you can reuse it. Okay. So let me just take some of this away. Okay. Perfect. All right, let me go to the top now. Let me see. Bella says, hi, Bella, by the way. Welcome, welcome. She says, just got in. Is that foam you cut out? Yes, it's a foam sheet. I'll hold this up so you can see. It's a very thin foam sheet, but let me hold it up here for you just so you can see the little tag. I didn't see a size on it. But anyway, it comes in different sizes. I got this one at Michael's, and it's 12 by 18. I got it because I use it on my big cakes too. And then that way, I just had plenty of it, and that seems to work. So, and it doesn't need to be very thick, the foam sheet. I mean, if you have thick foam, you could use that. I just used that. Like, I just felt like that was sufficient because my cakes, I'll show you my ice cream cake. No, sorry. My orange creamsicle cake here in just a second, and I'll show you what it looks like on the bottom. So we're just going to go around, make sure. Okay, so I'm going to be putting those confetti sprinkles around the base of my cake, and I'm also putting them all over the top of the cake. Again, I made a baby's, I'm going blank now, smash cake. Yeah. So anyway, and then this was, well, I say baby, she's 1. She turned 1. It was for a photo shoot for turning 1. But anyway, so it was just so cute. And I was like, oh, I'm going to make another one of those. So, because it was, someone had reached out to me privately. So I did this custom order privately. So I didn't list it in my Etsy or anything like that. Although I should have. I am very close to reaching my star seller status. So if anybody needs anything, be sure to hop on over to my Etsy shop. You can find me under Heavens to Betsy Cakery. I'm very, very close. So anyway, trying to make it there before the end of the month. We don't have much time left. But I do have some brand new biscuit molds that I made and are now available. It's a whole biscuit and also a half biscuit. I had a watermelon cake and it sold. Yay! So I have some more watermelon themed things behind me. So if anybody is still interested in decorating for the summer. I do have some summer items in my shop. So, and I've got supplies coming and they're not listed. So I'm getting them ready. They're not quite ready yet. So, okay, let me just double check. I put the icing on the top now. Let's just smooth it all around. Okay. So anyway, hopefully you can see. Cute? Do you like it so far? I hope you do. Okay, I'm going to move that. I'm going to leave that out just because it's so wet. It doesn't bother me. It'll be just fine. Oh, thanks. Eileen says pretty color. It really is a pretty color. Like it's a definitely like baby pink. Well, I mean, funny. It is called baby pink, but I mean, seriously, it's a very pretty, like a baby pink color. So yeah. All right, so let me get some of my icing off of my fingers, keep track of my time. Okay, so I am a messy crafter, proud of it. So no shame in my game at all. Okay, so I am going to take, I have a little bit of a wet wipe. I'm going to take a little bit of this icing and just move it off here. And you'll see why in just a second. I'm going to put my, my little confetti sprinkles at the bottom. And I'm going to be using a popsicle stick. There we go. Perfect. And I didn't want to get, there. I need another one. I don't want to get it so much on the popsicle sticks. So, okay. There we go. All right. Let me check my time. Okay, we're good. We're good. Yay. Okay. Let me move that back out of the way. All right, so we're going to go straight to the confetti. I'm going to, how about I grab one of these? Yeah. Okay. I'm also known for my mason jars. Love them. This one, here, I'm going to pour some out so I don't spill it. But I keep my sprinkles in mason jars. This one happens to be a little baby one that says love. If you see, well, you might not be able to see, but behind my door, I've got 15 of these little baby jars. I need another rack because I have more than these. I have more jars than I have rack. But anyway, so I do have some, so I have something new, exciting coming to my Etsy shop. And I will just give you a hint that you all know me from my mason jars. Well, for those of you who know me, you know me from my mason jars. I love, love, love my mason jars. So anyway, of course, when it comes to this new product launch, I had to include my mason jars, right? Anyway, so super excited. I won't say more about that because it's something fun I am going to share. But anyway, so I have these. You can store your sprinkles in anything you want, but I love it in there. Okay, so I'm going to start by adding mine to the top. I'm just going to sprinkle them on. And I'm going to do the whole top is going to be covered in the little confetti sprinkles. Okay. And then, like I said, once your cake cures, then you can tip it upside down and anything that didn't stick will just fall off. Okay. All right. So let me get the whole thing covered. Here. Joe says they are the mini mason jars. I have them and used for the same my sprinkles. Yeah, they're so cute, right? I don't know how many ounces they are, but I just love them. You know, I love baby things, so. So yeah, super cute. But I also have, okay, so in addition to my baby ones, here, I also use the vintage jars. So this was my confetti sprinkles that I fill up, like if I have an what do you call it? Like an overstock, I'll store them in other jars. And a lot of my, like my glitters and my sugars and my sands are in these jars, or, you know, the bigger mason jars. So, okay, so we're just going to put it on top. I think that looks pretty good. A little bit more on the edges here. So I'm not going to go down the sides. All right, let's spin this a little bit. Just want to make sure I have enough on the edge here. Y'all keep track of my time for me. Okay, I'll be fine. I know I can finish it in an hour. Like I said, I made the ice cream ahead, so that way I'm going to still show you how to make it, but that way, and just in case I didn't. Okay, so now I've got the sprinkles on top, like the confetti on top. Okay, and then the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to pour some more in here. It's just a wider cup for me to grab. Okay, I'm going to grab a clean popsicle stick. And next what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, it's kind of hard to show you, but what I'm going to do is, I'll show you this way. I'm going to hold my popsicle stick like this towards the base of my cake. I'll do it this way. And then I'm going to pour sprinkles on that popsicle stick. And then I'm using the popsicle stick to put them up on the cake. Okay. Can you see what I mean? All right. And then that way it's like I'm not, I don't really want to touch the cake, but if you hold your, the popsicle stick at like an angle, then it makes it easy for them to get up on the side of the cake. And then you can put a little or a lot. And then again, I'm not going to worry about the ones that don't stick. Don't try to take them off while your cake is wet. Like you really need to. Thank you so much. Eileen says it's 8:42. Woo, okay, we're there. We're getting there. We're good. We're good. Okay, so my cake is starting to come around. Nope, not yet. I was going to say, can you see them? I don't think you can see them just yet. There we go. Can you see they're starting to come around the bottom? Okay. Again, if you wanted to add like dollops or, you know, icing around like the rim of your cake or the bottom, you absolutely can. Like I want you to do what feels good to you. Okay. I just went based on the request, but I really liked the way it turned out. It's really, you'll see, it's very kind of simple, but super cute. So, okay. In there. Okay, you can see them around there a little bit. Just so I hope you can see me. Like, I mean, I hope you understand what I'm doing. I'm going to turn back here and I'll show you. Maybe you can see it better this way. Okay, so I'm kind of holding my popsicle stick like this, pouring them into the popsicle stick, and then using it to press them into the cake. Okay, I just want you to see that so that you can kind of see how I'm doing it. Just makes it kind of easy. Okay, and then again, don't worry about the ones that are still on here. I need some more. Don't worry about the ones that are on like the parchment paper. Like I said, what doesn't stick, it'll just come right back off. Like once the cake cures. All right, I'm going to finish up over here on this side. Almost there. And then, oops. Hang on, I stuck my finger in the cake. Eileen, can you relate? I just stuck my finger in there. All right, I'll fix that. Let me add a few more of the sprinkles first. Hey, that's what we do sometimes. It's okay. Okay, so let me move that. Okay, can you see where I stuck my finger in here? Right here? Okay, so the other thing is that when you're doing your icing, don't use it all. Like, make sure you save some. There we go. I had to go and then fix that. That's why I don't think I said that in the beginning. So make sure when you do your icing, don't use it all up. Make sure you save some of the original batch. Okay, there we go. And then that way you can touch it up in case you messed up like I just did. Here, I'm going to lift it up and try to show you a little bit better what it looks like. But anyway, so it allows you to touch it up while you're making it. And then when your cake is done and it, Margie says, yep, I do that too. So anyway, so when your cake is done, I'm going to move it up here. When it's done, if for any reason, like if you get a thin spot, you can come back in and you can touch it up. We're going to do the ice cream next. So let me grab my Fast and Final. And then how are we doing on time? Am I still good? Oh, wait, I need a container. Here we go. I've got a hair on me. There it is. I'm like, I kept feeling this hair on me, but I couldn't see it. Okay, and let's grab this. So, am I doing good on time or am I running out of time? Lay that there. No, we don't want to lay that there. Here. Hopefully I'm good. Okay, so this is the ice cream part. So I'm going to just do the fast and final. And I'm going to make, what am I making for this one? Oh, wait, I got to turn my scale on. Hang on a second. I did not zero that out. Okay, I always zeroed out so that I don't count the container, so that I know, again, with my recipes, I want to know how much I'm putting in there. Okay, let's see. So I did 2 for the cone, and then we're going to do 3 ounces. Okay. So I'm mixing up 3 ounces of the lightweight spackle, and I'm using the fast and final. Mine is super wet. Can you see that? Like super wet. Oh goodness. Thank you, Joe. She says 8:47. We're good. We're good. Well, really, we're just doing the ice cream cone and then we're done. So we're good. Okay. So, oh, that's 3 ounces right there. Okay. So I'm doing 3 ounces of that. Right. What am I doing 4? I'm going to do 4. I usually do 4. So let's do 4. Let's make sure. Nope, 4.1. There we go. Okay. So I've got 4. All right. This. Here's my lid down here. Okay. So then, okay. And for the ice cream for this one, I'm doing the apple barrel in the antique white. So it looks like that. Okay. And I'm doing 4 ounces and 0.4 for the color. Let me move that. Okay. And then I'm going to add hang on 1 second. There we go. When I'm counting or measuring, it's the only time I'm quiet. Okay, so there we go. All right, so I've got 4 ounces of the lightweight spackle, fast and final, and I'm got 0.4 of the apple barrel and the antique white. So it's more of like a French vanilla color, like that's the color it kind of turns into. But you could use any color, you know, white. I would not use white for ice cream, but like an off-white, you know, add some cream or some yellow or something like that to get the color vanilla that you're after. Okay. All right. So I've got this mixed in, and then still got some white here. Let's try to combine more of that. There we go. Okay. So now you can see it's kind of like it's very wet still, right? Okay, which we don't want for our ice cream. So I'm going to, I have a little table next to me and it is totally full. Normally my supplies would sit over there. So instead everything's on my floor today. Okay, so I'm using unsanded grout and I'm using it in the white. So I'll hold that up and show you for those that are new, not sure what I'm using. It looks like this. Again, bought that at Lowe's. Huge bag, goes a long way. It's a very lightweight powder. So if you're very sensitive, I would wear a mask and I would not breathe it. Okay. And it like poofs, like it's super fine. Anyway, so I have I have a little cup inside of mine. Looks like this. So whenever I'm doing my recipes, I know I use like I've got 4 ounces, and so I'll do like 2 cups, and then if it's still not thick enough, I'll add more. Okay. So anyway, so what this grout does is it's a non-food product. So so my business has been, May was 4 years that I've had my business, Heavens to Betsy Cakery. When I first started fake baking and I wanted to thicken up my mixture to make ice cream, I would use flour, but I don't use like real food products. I always try to find better ways and things that just work better, right? Something that we can use and not worry about it. Because when you make something and then you sell it, you don't want it to get to your customer and then have an issue. And then maybe your customer doesn't even tell you something happened to it, right? And then they just don't buy from you again or whatever. So we don't want that. Like for me anyway, I want customer satisfaction. Well, you know, from the time I make it to the time that I ship it, that it gets to you. And then as it lives in their home, I want them to be happy with it. So anyway, so I'm using the unsanded grout, and what it does is, you can see, I'll show you already, where it's now thickened up and it's more of like an ice cream texture now. Okay. All right. So I think that, yeah, this will be fine. Okay. So what I'm going to do, yep, this will be good. Okay. So I'm going to, so I've got 4 ounces, and then I'm going to take 1 ounce out of this, and I'll show you. I should have taken it. No, I didn't want to take it sooner. I want it to match. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 4 ounces. Hey, Joe, can you, oh, thank you. I was getting ready to say, if you could give me a time check. Okay, so let me grab this really quick. We'll finish, I promise. We're getting there. Mary from Hogwall Designs is coming up next after me. Let me grab here. This is all I need. Okay, I'm just going to take out 1 ounce, and then I'm going to add some white caulking to it. I will show you. 9 and 10. Okay, so I'm going to leave this for now, and then I'm going to, oh, I need that. Okay, so yeah, let me mix that up really quick. Okay, so for my ice cream drip, I'm going to add some white caulking. So it's just, I'm using the Alex, the Fast Dry. Looks like this. Let me spin it. That. But anyway, so I'm just going to use 1 ounce. Oh, sorry. So sorry. What's happening here? I'm not empty. There we go. Okay. All right, so I'm going to add 1 ounce to this, and there we go. Okay, and then release that. Use my little stopper in here. I've got some extra. Okay, and then let's put that. Everything's on my floor. Okay, let me scooch that. Hair's in my face. All right, and then I'm just going to mix this up, right? And then we're going to make an ice cream cone, and we're going to stick it on the top. All right, so I want to mix this up. Okay, so the reason, let me scooch this. So the reason I added the caulking is because I want it to look like my ice cream is melting on top of the cake. And I didn't want like a drip. Like normally we do drips, we'll do like Mod Podge paint, and then the white caulking. So this time I'm just using my actual spackle with the paint, and then I'll show you. So it looks like this. And then the caulking. And then the reason I do the caulking is because I want it to dry like a solid. I don't want it to look like spackle when it dries, right? Okay, so this is good. This looks great. Okay, am I doing okay on time still? Let me grab my little ice cream cone, and I've got my scoop. Can I get a time check? Time check. Okay, so I'm just taking okay, so when I do an ice cream cone, I will put plaster of Paris in mine to weight it down. For being on top of my cake, I don't want to do that. I want it to stay even lighter, like a lighter weight. Oh, thank you, love. 8:55. I got this. Okay, so I'm just going to take my popsicle stick, and I'm going to just load some of my ice cream off of the popsicle stick like this into the base of that ice cream cone. Okay. Like that. So I'm going to do a little bit more. Okay. So if I get it on the edges, I'm not worried about it. Like, don't be worried about it. Like, it's going to be a melted ice cream cone, so you want it to be messy, right? Okay, so I've got that loaded up like that. Okay. All right. And then next, I'm going to get my ice cream scoop, and I'm just going to I'm going to use the popsicle stick, and I'm just going to load it in here. Like, we're just going to fill up this ice cream scoop. And I like my ice cream to have, I don't know what you call it, but like the ruffle around the edge of it. I love that. So, so when I put mine, I will like pack it in there, and then I will put extra. So that way, you'll see. Let me turn it over. Like, do you see on my scoop how it's kind of sticking off there a little bit? So I need a little bit more. Okay, and I want this really full, so I'm going to kind of put more in the middle. And the reason is because this little ice cream has the little stick, which is perfect because that's what my lightweight spackle is going to hang on to, and then that way it won't come off of that ice cream. Okay, right, let me get a little bit more. All right, and then I just hold it and I just go over the top, just like that. And then we just put a scoop on our little ice cream, just like that. Our ice cream cone, okay? All right, so now I'm gonna set that aside. We'll set that right there. Okay, now I'm gonna go back to my cake really quick. And then the melting ice cream that we did this to, we're gonna put that on the top, okay? So I'm just gonna put like a dollop on here. Can you see me? I'm gonna scoot it this way. I've got to get used to this camera. Let's move that. Okay, so anyway, so I'm going to put it on here, and then I want it to drip off a little bit. So I'm going to put some to where it's going to drip. Just like that. And I'll turn and I'll show you in just a sec. Am I good on time still, or am I running out of time? I don't want to be late. I want to get Mary in the group. Thank you, Eileen. Okay. All right. So I do 1 ounce because I really want it to be full, like to make it look like it's melting. Okay. All right. Let's move that. Can you see my drip? Okay, and then, oh good, 2 minutes. Thank you, Joe. All right, I'm gonna go with this ice cream cone that's already ready so that it's a little bit cured a little bit more. And then that way, it'll just give me the look I want, okay? And then I'm just gonna smush it in there. Try to center it. And then we're gonna switch places with this ice cream back here. Okay, and then let me show you really quick so I can get off here on time. Okay. So here's our melting ice cream. Here, I'll put it in my hand. I can spin it. So then you'll see it's kind of pouring off, not pouring off, but you know, melting off of my cake a little bit. And then that's it. So yay! I was able to finish in time. Whew! But anyway, so yeah, so I hope if you make something like this that you have fun with it. Again, you know, you can put sprinkles, you could put dollops, like you could do whatever you want with yours. So I'm going to try to scooch it that way you can kind of see it. So all right, so I am going to get off of here. Thank you all so very much for joining me this evening. I appreciate it. Oh, Margarita says beautiful, love it. And Margie says love, love. Thank you so much. So is Eileen. Oh, yay. Thank you so much. So, okay, so I am going to hop off of here so we can make room for Mary. I'm super excited for her. She will be up next. So thank you all again so much for spending the evening with us, and I hope you have a great rest of your night. Thanks, everyone. Bye.